Why everyone loves Erling Haaland, Norway's giant blonde striker. After Spain edged past Belgium in dramatic fashion yesterday, we have not one but two quarterfinal matches today. First, England will look to end Norway's fairytale run at this World Cup in a match that pits two of the best strikers in the world against each other, Harry Kane and Erling Haaland. Then, after a short break, the action gets back underway with Lionel Messi's Argentina facing Switzerland. The prize for both matches is the same: a spot in Wednesday's semifinal.
Is your pet ignoring the water bowl? The Vecan Pet Fountain keeps water circulating and uses 5-stage filtration to improve taste and reduce impurities. Want to check today's Amazon deal? Scan the QR code now or visit grabdeal.us/5 before it's gone.
But before we get into all of that, it's my honor to speak more about my favorite soccer player on the planet. You can't go anywhere on the internet without seeing a reel or meme with Erling Haaland's face plastered all over it. Whether it's him buying cowboy hats in Texas, pranking people into thinking he isn't a soccer superstar, or just documenting his daily life on social media, Haaland's personality has struck a chord with the general public, and he's already the unofficial star of the World Cup. Let's quickly deal with what he's done on the pitch so far. Haaland has scored 5 goals and fired Norway into the quarterfinals against England. Even if he loses today, the 25-year-old has led the team to levels that few could have ever imagined. But he has such raw ability that even those without an interest in soccer can see he's something different and someone a little special. There is just a simplicity to everything he does on and off the pitch that makes him strangely relatable and real. It's a testament to his global appeal that I'm sure you'll have had conversations about Haaland no matter where you are in the world, even with people you didn't think cared about this World Cup. Even my sister-in-law from Ireland, who has no interest in soccer, seems obsessed. I don't like football, but seeing the giant blonde man bulldoze through defenders and nonchalantly score goals is great entertainment, she texted the other day, capturing the raw energy that makes him so popular. Norwegian striker Erling Haaland is winning fans far beyond the pitch this World Cup season, thanks to his surprisingly relatable, unfiltered online persona. Before the rest of the world fell in love with Haaland, those who follow soccer closely had already enjoyed years of entertainment. He first started drawing eyeballs after smashing defenses and scoring a bag full of goals in the Champions League. But it was also his post-match interviews that became such a joy to watch, just so honest, so real, and ultimately so funny. Then, as he moved up the ranks, we've learned more about his life and fallen further in love with maybe the most likable superstar in soccer. Whether it's his long-term relationship with his partner, his own YouTube channel, his love for drinking raw milk, his appetite for eating kebab pizzas, his stint making his own rap video, or his ability to wind up opponents like no one else can. Even now, after years of media training, he's often got a wicked line up his sleeve. After all, he's spent the last few days urging the British media to put more pressure on the England team, doing so with that trademark grin and glint in his eye. That maverick attitude is something he's translated onto the pitch at this World Cup, and any pitch he steps onto, to be honest. His trademark smirk and knowing stare are now feared by any opponent up against Norway, but don't be fooled into thinking Haaland isn't serious about his career. He is a true professional and dedicates his life to getting better. And while he's quick to laugh and make a joke, there is a real steeliness to his game. Whatever he says, he knows he has the ability to take Norway into the semifinals, and he'll be willing to run through a brick wall to make that happen. England will have spent the last week trying to build that wall strong enough to stop him. Miami Stadium, Hard Rock Stadium, Miami Gardens, USA. As we said earlier, this game all about two strikers, England's Kane and Norway's Haaland. Both have had a brilliant tournament so far and will be huge goal threats throughout the match. Neither needs to have a particularly good game or even touch the ball much to walk off having scored a hat trick. England will be slight favorites given the amount of world-class quality supporting its star man. Jude Bellingham has arguably been his nation's best player this summer, and he'll once again look to form a dangerous double act with his captain. The one question for England remains its defense. A couple of injury concerns and a suspension means Thomas Tuchel could be a little short on numbers in a backline that hasn't really settled so far. As for Norway, Haaland will be the main man, but not the only cause of concern for the Three Lions. Arsenal captain Martin Odegaard is a brilliant playmaker when he's allowed time and space to start dominating the midfield. His club teammate Declan Rice will be against him today in a battle which could prove decisive in this tie. This is going to be a brilliant match, and one that's going to be worth a watch in the intense Miami heat. The words of Norway's most capped player, John Arne Riise, who spoke to CNN about his nation's upcoming quarterfinal. Norway has never reached this stage of the World Cup, let alone made the Final Four, but the former defender, who played 110 times for his country, believes this new generation can find a way of beating England in Miami. "I think it's going to happen for many reasons," the former Liverpool star said. "The confidence in the team is high, the sense of humor and the energy in the team is good. It's a massive pressure on England, so I have strong belief Norway is going to do it. You're going to be seeing a lot more of this viral trend should Norway manage to upset the odds and beat England later today. But what exactly is the Viking row that's been seen across North America this summer? Watch the video below from earlier in the tournament to find out more." From Times Square to the waters around Manhattan, Norway fans have taken their Viking row across World Cup host cities. Here's the story behind the viral tradition and the man known as Mr. But wait, not everyone has bought into this whole rowing malarkey. Norway fan Emil Lappin has gone viral for refusing to take part in the trend, arguing it's not historically accurate. He has described it as both stupid and annoying after a photo of him not joining spread across the internet. "It's factually wrong," he told Sky Sports, with a pair of oars hung up on a wall behind him. "The Vikings sailed across the Atlantic. The Vikings didn't row across the Atlantic." Lappin, who I think is being entirely serious, vowed not to row anywhere before, during, or after the England match, opting instead to watch from the comfort of his own chair. Kansas City Stadium, Arrowhead Stadium, Kansas City, USA. I can't believe I've gone this far into the newsletter without talking more about Lionel Messi. The magician will once again be taking to the World Cup stage to lead Argentina in a quarterfinal against Switzerland. It's incredible the defending champion has made it this far, having looked all but out against Egypt in the round of 16. But a late comeback, filled with drama and controversy, has brought them another step toward retaining that coveted title on July 19. Argentina will be heavy favorite against a Switzerland team that reached the quarterfinals after narrowly sneaking past Colombia in a penalty shootout last time out. The Swiss are the lowest-ranked side left in the tournament and will have to deliver their greatest-ever performance to reach the semifinals. It will look to captain Granit Xhaka for inspiration, and the midfield general doesn't appear scared of the prospect of facing Messi and co. We know Argentina has many fine qualities. "Few talk about the Swiss qualities," he said Friday. "Tomorrow we will talk on the pitch, and we will show what we can do, and everything else doesn't matter." It's a question that the Argentinian coaches will surely be asking themselves, even if they're too afraid to say it out loud. Lionel Messi is the team's leader, the captain, the source of inspiration. He sets the standard and drags others up to his level. But despite all that, he's just not very reliable at taking penalties. He's failed from the penalty spot on 2 occasions during this tournament, and the second one in particular could have proved fatal to the nation's dream of defending its World Cup crown. So, with another knockout game fast approaching, will Messi step up if Argentina is awarded another spot kick? The data from Opta Analyst suggests he probably shouldn't. On average, it says 79% of penalties are scored. When Messi steps up, that drops down to 77%. To break it down further, Opta says out of the 148 penalties he's taken during his club and international career, he scored 114 and missed 34. Of course, very few players will have taken as many penalties as Messi over the years, and that experience counts for something in the highest pressure moments. Don't forget he scored from the penalty spot during the World Cup final in 2022. But Opta says there are 5 Argentine players with a better conversation rate than the main man, with defensive midfielder Leandro Paredes having the best. Given how much Argentina has relied on Messi over the years, and how he's repaid that faith with silverware, I can't imagine he'll step down from his duties, but it might well be playing on manager Lionel Scaloni's mind.